And we continue learning Dirshu Mishna Berurah Hilchos Nesias Kapayim, beginning another incredible week. Siman Kov Chav Ches. We pick it up from Sif Lamid Ches, in which the Mechaber teaches us Shas Raviyas Yayin Bevasachas. If you drink a cup of wine, Raviyas of wine at once, Lo Yisa Kap of you're not let it dochin. Shtayasan b'shnei pamim. If you didn't drink it all then at once, you drink it in 2 times. I should nice take put a little bit of water in it. Mutter, then you're yesel out of dochin. And if one drank more than a revius, and we turn over the page over here in the Mishnah Berurah, says that the Mechaber Afal Pishu Mazug, even if it is diluted, Afilu Shtai become a pamim, if you drank it in many times, meaning it took you a bunch of sittings, bunch of time, but Lamais is more than Ravias, you're not Loisas Kappa Vachiasar Yainim Eilav till the wine leaves the system. And most notably, as we'll see, this is the reason why in Simchas Torah the minig in Klal Yisrael has become to Duchen by Shachris, in case one makes Kiddush in the middle of Hakafis. And we continue with Sivkat Kof Lamid Zayin in the Mishnah Berurah. Says the Mishnah Berurah, or Ravias Yain V'Vasachas. What's the reason? Because Berchas Kaihanim is like the Avoid in the Beis HaMikdash. And the Beis HaMikdash, if a Kain were to serve in the Beis HaMikdash after having Ravias of wine, he would be Chayiv. But if we put him Mayim Sivkat Kuf Lamachas Shalaymar, Shalayayin Chai, the wine wasn't alive, the wine wasn't pure and raw by itself, Rak Malzik Ma'at was a little bit diluted, then Mutter Sivkat Kuf Lamates. Why? Tibachai Gavna, because in such a case, B'mikdash Einay Chayiv. Once the wine has a little bit of water in it in the Beis HaMikdash, one would not be Chayiv, V'rak Isur Ba'al Matas, but you're not Chayiv. Therefore, for Nesias Kapayim, which of course is doimet to the avodah, but it's not the avodah itself. Therefore, it would be mutter if you put a little bit of water into it. Sivkata kofman, but if you had more than a ravias, even if it had water in it, aval pisha umazog, so chaygam the mikdash chayv in such a scenario in the Beis HaMikdash, you are chayiv anytime it's more than a ravias. Ad sheyasir yain meilav sivkata kof memalif ayin tzim saditas of beis v'shech gam kan lekan chol zelinin yain. This is all about wine. Af b'shar mashkin amishakrim, says Mishnah Berurah. What about other intoxicating drinks, vodka, scotch, and the like? Kosav magin avradnu what the lisa zikapov afilu nishtaker yach ledaber v'nei hamelech. A fascinating magin Avram. A drunk person from not wine is allowed to dochen. Why? Tequila kaigavna. The betfila kaigavna tefila soiteva klausim tzaditas v'nesias kapayim is mutter. Im loy shegil shechos shalait. As long as you don't reach the shechos of light, does keshaita yechashev. Then you're like a shaita. We explained shechos light is quite the high bar. Let's remember, Lot slept with his 2 daughters in that level of shechos. So Magen Avram, the Mati Yehuda are teaching an incredible differentiation between Nesias Kapayim and between Tefillah. In as much as Nesias Kapayim is a higher level, we've been learning that as a din da'araisa. We're learning that it's daimet to the Kohen Gadol and the Kohen, in avoid in the Beis HaMikdash. But says the Magen Avram, that's all a din in Yayin. But if one is not drinking wine and rather one drinks other intoxicating beverages, then even if he's mamish drunk that he cannot be the daven of Nei HaMelech, a level that he can't daven Shemona Esrei, so he's not allowed to daven Shemona Esrei, but he can get up there and dochen. That's the Magen Avram, the Matafrat Yud Avol, and of course we know the Avol and Mishnah Berurah is Psak Halacha. Harbe Achreinim Chalkin Al Zevah Sevin the Gamishar Mashkin. Anytime you can't talk in front of the king in a nice cup, you cannot talk. Wine straight from the barrel. That's Magen Avram. Last one is kapayim. Because it's not mishaker. So we're starting to understand that the Magen Avram is clearly learning it's all din in yayin, and therefore even yayin migitai, wine that's not intoxicating, perhaps we'll call it grape juice. Says the Magen Avram, you still can't talk. Even though it's not mishaker, but at this level, many achronim argue because they're learning it's a din in shechros. We continue with Sif. Lamites says the Mechaber. If one does not have any of the reasons he can't be dochening, he's not drunk, he doesn't have a mum, etc. He doesn't look funny, he's not wearing tattered or colored clothing. He's not such a medaktik b'mitzvahs. And people talk about him as such. Still, Nisias Kabav, why? Other issues that a person has does not prevent him from dochening. Says Mishna Berurah, Sivkatin Kovman Beis Echmed Dvarim Chulu Ratzalayim and his Karm Siman Zeh. Shein Pati Shein Medaktim Mitzvah Sivkatin Kovman Gimel Hainu Afilu Mitzvah Chamurus Karayis Chodaime. He's mamish and avaryon. He's mizana. He really does bad things, and people are meranach Rav Sivkatin Kovman Dalid. Afilu Rinun Shalames. Even if they're true, Shumafursam Nakol Berishas. Like everyone knows. Again, he's not a Machal Shabbos. Machal Shabbos we learned yesterday. But he's someone who's mamish abal aveira. Still, he's allowed to dochen. Why? Sivkat kuf memei shein aveiros shein shar aveiros pirush chutz me'avodas galilim shechazam v'chanal. We'll throw into there chil Shabbos. My name Sivkat kuf memvav. Dahainu afilu asa tshuva al chatav. Even if he did not do tshuva, lemaisa does not hold back him dochening. V'tam kosva Rambam lefisha zu mitzvahs asay al kol kayin ve'kayin shroil l'nesias kabayim. It's a mitzvah d'araisa. Ve'ina yudin adam rasha oisiv resha v'imanim min ha-mitzvahs. A very important klal. We never tell a rasha, you're a rasha, forget doing mitzvahs. No, you might be a rasha, but still you want to come do a mitzvah, you want to come daven, you want to come dochin gevaldik. We encourage mitzvahs. And don't be wondering and saying, this guy, this Rasha, let's remember, he said he's a Mizana. He hangs out in who knows where. He's not B'chal Shabbos, but he's a Mizana, he's a Zaina. And yet, he's going to be the one. Wait, he should give me a bracha, Berchas Kehanim. Says the Mishna Berurah, Shein Kivla bracha talib Kehanim, as we keep on saying, the Kohen is not giving the bracha. Elo b'Kadosh Baruch Hu. Shenemar v'samu shmiyam b'nei Yisrael v'nivarachem. Says Hashem, I'll put my name on Klal Yisrael and I will bless them. HaKahanim oisin mitzvasan shenitzaveh. So the mechanics are, the Kohen does the mitzvah. VaHaKadosh Baruch Hu be'rachman v'varach Yisrael kechefsein. Hashem is the one that blesses Ad Kan L'Shayni. And the lashon that we keep on using is that the Kohen is the conduit. He allows the bracha to flow through him, but he's not the one giving the bracha to the extent. Even if the Kohen is a Baal Aveira Gemura, he's still Kedochen. We conclude today with Siman says the Mechaber Kohen Shenasa Grusha V'lo Yisas Kabav. Kohen that marries a Grusha which is Aser Shena Dochen Shein Oigin Ba Kedusha Afilu Likrois Atayr Berisha. We're not going to even give him the first Aliyah. Afilu Gersha, even if he divorces her, a Mesa Apostle, still he's Apostle. Either Anal Das Rabim Me'anashim Shuas Bem, until if he committed such a crime, the only way to get out of it, says Shulchan Aruch, this Kohen has to be menader. He has to get up in public and make a neder that he's not going to marry someone and do such a crime in the future. Sivkat Kuf Mem Zayin, the Mishna Berurah Kohen Shenasa Grusha V'u'adin Chalala V'zayna Chaluta. All the people that are Kohen are also to. Says Mishra, 1 second. We just finished saying that other Averas do not hold back Nesias Kabayim. Hainu Davka Ba'Averais. That's a regular Aveira, that all of Klal Yisrael is equal. So if he goes and he is Mizana, so then okay. So then he's Mizana, just like a Yid is Mizana, but he's no worse. Something that is specific to Kayanim. He has Kedusha, he has sanctity, and he was Mechalel, and he profaned and desecrated his own Kedusha. He's possible with the Rabbanan from all matters of Kuna. Achid al das Rabbim v'chulu. Sivkati kuf memchas al das Rabbim sheneder sheuda al das Rabbim ein lo yatara. Has to be the highest level of neder, a neder that can never be revoked. Avol b'kshlo nader al das Rabbim cheshin shamilach itzuchach v'ishal nidrai. If he doesn't make such a high level neder, we have to be worried that maybe he's going to be matir his neder. If he should yitahara take for the arayis, because we know the incredible yitahara for arayis, and maybe he's going to want to go and marry another grusha, etc. Therefore, the only way it's going to work is if he's menader al das Rabbim. Me'anashim shu aser behem sivkati kuf memtah, says Mishna Berurah. V'gam sarach legarisha. So of course he also needed to divorce his wife. Ken kazer achonim mashlo iska v'chaber davar zeh mishum dekay kai af al gerisha meiser skill v'tchil. We're going on the case of either the wife died or he was Megarsha already. If he wants to wait a little bit and then divorce, even if he already made the hana, neder. So he made a neder, I'm never going to do this again. But he's still married to this woman. He cannot. Also, Lisa Gabav, Kamin al Rishon, and as well, he's not going to get the first aliyah. So, lots of Dirshus over here. But let's see a little bit, in the little bit amount of time that we have. Dirshu note number 140 says Dirshu. No, we did this yesterday. Excuse me. No, incorrect. Dirshu note number 143. There we go. Revi'is yain v'asachas. That's what apostles him from dochening was the reason, because we said that brechus kohanim is compared to the avodah in the Beis Hamikdash, which is also with the revi'is wine. Says the Dirshu note number 143, even though by all other Yisurim, even if you had a little bit of interruption while you're drinking the Revi'is, it's considered as if you drank it all in one time. Meaning normally whenever there's an Aveira to drink a Revi'is, another Yisurim, if you took a sip and then you finished the whole thing, it's considered like you drank Vas Achas. Still over here, Rav Eliyahu Mizrahi explains this is a different din. Because this din of Shtiya is only B'derech Shichros, which is going to drink when you drink it all in one time. Like Rav Eliezer in Krisus learns that Yain v'Sheicher al Teisht, also Lishas Yain K'derech Shichros. That's the Nikuda. As we're going to see how far this goes, that according to the Magen Avraham, it's Davkon Yain, only in wine. But it's K'derech Shichros. And if you spot a little bit, it's not Derech. Shichros is not the way the one is getting drunk drinks. Now let's say one drink a revi'is of wine in the middle of a Suda, we said in Siman Sadi Test that it's not Mishaker because he drinks it with other foods, and therefore we could say that so too, such yayin is not going to be mishaker, and the Pri Megadim says it's all totally fimash, and maybe that he understands on his own. What if he messed up? What if he was drunk and he went up and he took and says El Yerabba and the Teres Chayim that we have to pull him down? Whereas the Pri Chadash and the Magid Gibrayim say no, we don't pull him down unless he's a mamish, a drunk. He reached that high level of shechrash shalayit. Similarly, the Kaf HaChaim says that if you drink a revi'is, then and he went up to docha, we could be saimech that hopefully, and we could be saimech not to be mevayish him. Obviously, that's the problem over here. Pulling him down from the docha is quite an embarrassing endeavor. And finally, we said that the reason is because compared to the avodah in Beis Hamikdash, which with such a level he is chayiv. Dirshu over here, no number 144 points out that what's the kavan over here? The reason that one is not let a duchen drunk is because the reason is not, as we already explained, that it's the same thing as tefillah. It's not the same level at all. Because if that was the reason, it would not be also revi'is wine only if one is mamish drunk. And there's a lot over here, but lamaisa we will stop over here. The next dirshu is over here, if anyone wants to see, involved in the halachais, continuing in the level of drunkenness, etc. But we'll call it a day over here, and we'll pick it up from Sif Mem Aleph in the next shir.